everyone, I'm Misha from Made Up Me Search and welcome to my actual filming wall. I know I don't have anything behind me, but I don't really care. Today I wanted to revisit the favorites video because I haven't done favorites in a while now, and I feel like I have a lot of stuff to talk about because I just did a huge declutter and I just kind of refreshed all the memories of the amazing products that I own. So I'm just gonna start off with a skincare because I mostly did makeup declutter. So I just want to talk about the things that I've been using so much and loving so much that I need you to know. The first one is the Lumene Nordic-C Glow Boost Essence. I'm not sure if I haven't mentioned this somewhere sometime, but this is an essence, goes on after your toner. It is like a very strong, sometimes kind of serumy substance. And this one in particular is infused with vitamin C. You may or may not know my skin has kind of a problem with vitamin C. There's not many formulations that I don't mind, and this one is incredible. It smells so good, and you don't even need like the whole pipette to really cover your face. It's not too sticky. It does leave your skin really like nice and almost glowy. So I've been using this like a couple times a week, and I think I'm actually running out like pretty hard. So I might have to repurchase. This is really expensive, but I gotta say, like for my only vitamin C product that I like at the moment, the price is not that bad. So I might go and buy another one. Now the second skincare product I want to talk about is an SPF because I just cannot live without talking about an SPF. This is the new Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun Aqua-fresh Rice and B5. SPF 50 PA4 pluses. Sunscreen. You probably know their original one. It was like the probiotic rice, whatever. Looked the same, just without the blue. And honestly, this one is a lot better. Like the texture of it is just so much like nicer. It's lighter. So like if I show you, it's, yeah, of course, it does look like a Korean sunscreen, but it is super lightweight compared to the other one. And it doesn't dry down as like dewy, so this one is a little bit more on the matte side. So I think if you have oily skin, you would probably prefer this one for sure. For the summer, I think I'll definitely prefer this one. Like overall, I think I just might prefer this one. I also like this little squeezy tube better because the other one had like the flat end and it was just so messy, but this one definitely a win. Now let me talk a lot about makeup. First of all, I want to give a shout out to whoever recommended this to me. Somebody told me that if I don't like a lot of mascaras and I need like a tubing one that's gonna hold the curl, that I should try the e.l.f. Lash Extender. I got it. And I gotta say, this has to be like one of the best mascaras I've ever used. The only downside is that I wasn't looking right and I bought a brown one. It doesn't matter, I still love it. I wear it all the time. It's just e.l.f. is not really available here, so I'm just stuck with a brown one until I go somewhere and get a black one, but this is such a good mascara. As I already said, it's tubing, so it does kind of wrap around your lashes and it's removable with water. Just kind of, you know, pick it off in these little cubes. The brown shade is really nice. It's really dark, it's not too warm, so it looks really nice on the lashes. It's just like a little bit softer than your black mascara. I still like it a lot though. And also the brush is actually really nice. If you look at it, it does look kind of like spiky and stubby. Oh, look at me being a real YouTuber. It's kind of spiky and sharp, which I usually don't like. But the bristles are so short that but the bristles are so short that they're not gonna hurt your eye. So I think it's just a wonderful mascara and I really want it in black. And thank you for the recommendation, whoever you are. I love you. It was great. You were right. Next, I want to talk about a foundation. I mean, a skin tint, but still. This is the new, I think it's kind of new, Wet n Wild Bare Focus Niacinamide Skin Tint with 5% niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. Listen, this is probably like one of the best skin tints I've ever used. It says that it's a hybrid with niacinamide skin tint, 5% niacinamide, it's a perfect dosage. And it's supposed to be kind of like a, you know, a skincare makeup hybrid, which is pretty cool for every day for me. And it should deliver natural, healthy looking finish with a radiant glow, lightweight buildable coverage. But I gotta say, my skin loves this because my skin loves niacinamide. So this is pretty much like my everyday serum, but in like a foundation form, which I think it's kind of genius. And I do have the shade Fair. It is very neutral and just enough light. This is what it looks like. I can just kind of show you the coverage. I usually put it on with a brush. So it probably wouldn't look like this on my skin anyway, because this is my hand. But if you look at it, the coverage is actually very decent. What I like about it a lot is that it's like very smooth. If you look at it, it's like it's like a one coat of pigment. It doesn't separate, it doesn't sink into any fine lines or anything. It's just a really, really nice skin tint. And I think this has to be like one of the best ones I've ever tried. Like, seriously, if your skin likes niacinamide, if you want a skin tint and you're a little bit more on the oily side, I think this is it. Because it doesn't dry out, it's not overly matte, but it's not like shiny or dewy or anything, and it doesn't sink into your pores. It's perfect. I love it. It's great. And what else do I want to talk about? I mean, speaking of Wet n Wild, let's talk about this one. This is the Fight Dirty Detox Setting Spray with niacinamide, eucalyptus, tea tree, and chamomile. I don't think skin detox is a thing very much. I think the word detox itself is a little bit of a attention grabbing, cash grabbing technique. However, this looked really nice. So it's supposed to be a toning and oil reducing setting spray, which does sound pretty good. My skin isn't the oiliest, but at the same time, niacinamide, tea tree in your setting spray sounds pretty good. And I gotta say, I've been using this all the time and I love it. It really does set the makeup well. It doesn't feel tight like some setting sprays do. It feels like really nice, and I use it under foundation, I use it over foundation, and I think this does help my makeup last pretty well. Also, I feel like it kind of makes my skin like safe from separating when I touch it a bit, because most disruption on my face actually comes from me touching my face, which I just cannot stop. I'm sorry, I just do that all the time. But what I also want to show you is the mist. Like, this is so fine and beautiful and so affordable. It actually smells really nice too. So I would definitely recommend this, especially under makeup. I think this is incredible. Lastly, speaking of drugstore, I'm going to come back to e.l.f. So first I want to give a quick shout out to their lip oils. This is the shade Honey Talk. Oh my god, these lip oils, like a huge doe food. Great pigmentation. Like, you actually can see differences between the colors, which is great because a lot of lip oils are just kind of see-through. They don't really do any colors and stuff. But this one, amazing, super comfortable, looks beautiful on the lips. I'm so sad I have only one shade. And then I also wanted to give a quick shout out to these e.l.f. lip tints. I did have one of them previously. I think it was this one, the Cinnamon Dreams, which is nice, but it's like a very, is it cool toned? It's an odd shade of brown. It is pretty cool toned. It doesn't look cool toned on the camera, but it is. But then I also got the shade Power Mauve, which is probably my favorite. And also the shade Spicy Sienna. I like the packaging. It's very small. You can see the shade through. But look at these beautiful, beautiful colors. They're amazing. And of course, because they are lip stains and kind of hydrating ones, so you can just keep them like this. Or you can wipe them off, and it's gonna leave you with these pretty cute colors. Yeah, the brown is probably like the least prominent one, but it's gonna give your lips that like slightly deadly tone, which I really like. Deadly brown, that's my shade. Second to last, I need to talk about this lip product as well. This is not affordable by any means, but it's the Nimea Discosphere Glitter Lip Topper. I had a beautiful Christmas party coming up. I wanted something super sparkly on my lips, and they came out with these. I have two shades here. One is Wanna Be on Taupe, and the other one is Dressed in Diamonds. And these are incredible. Like, I've never seen anything like this. The shade Dressed in Diamonds doesn't look like much. It almost looks peachy, but when you swatch it, like, oh my goodness, this is insane. It has like a ton of tiny glitters in it. It is beautiful. So I knew I had to get this one because it's like the, the classic, absolutely full of diamond glitter one. But this one was actually the one that I wore at the end, which is a lot more like brown. It has a brown base, but also the same beautiful silver glitter. So on the lips, it almost looks like a little bit smokier, a little bit darker, and I love that. These look amazing, like on their own, on top of anything. Beautiful. I cannot recommend these enough. And the formula is really interesting. Like, they're not gonna dry down and not transfer. These will transfer a little bit, but they're like the most lightweight gel formula I've ever felt. It's incredible. I have no idea how they formulated these, but super unique, super worth your money. I think nobody was really raving about these, and they should be, because these are awesome. And last but not least, I have to give a shout out to my absolute favorite product since I don't even know when. Just is the Divination palette. It's the collaboration of Robert Welsh with Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is like one of my favorite pieces of makeup that I own at the moment. It's a beautiful, beautiful palette. It looks so much better in person though. I feel like in the photos you couldn't really tell that the two side rows were glitters or like shimmers. That the side rows are like shimmery and the rest is matte. But oh my god, like the mattes, the formula, incredible. I mean, I already know because I do have a palette from them, but Jesus, this is like a whole different league. Like, I gotta say that white glitter just hits different. So this is the shade Crystal over a lip tint. Then I gotta give it to shade Rune. Like, this is absolutely stunning. This is like the most beautiful brown shimmer I've ever seen. It does look kind of dark in the pan, but it's really not. It's just so cute. Then I want to say Loveline because I'm just a sucker for a good pale blue shimmer. Oh, so good. Then, of course, Paul, which is a brown one, but like a completely different one. It has... I just break my arm. It has a ton of different pearl pigments. Stunning, absolutely stunning. And of course, I have to talk about Oracle because this is stunning multi-chrome that goes from like teal to very shiny blue. It's... But I have to give a shout out. Of course, all the shades are beautiful. But I have to give a shout out to the blues and the browns. The blue is just the most stunning, especially the dark blues. They're just the most like stunning, smoky blue grays. I don't have a blue like this. This is incredible. And then I also have to give it to the browns, which are usually not like my, you know, like number one thing that I would praise in a palette. But these are not brown browns. No, 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 no. You would be very mistaken. I'm sorry, there's makeup remover all over my freaking hands. But you can see that there's like a purplish undertone in these. And then you look at the Fortune Cookie, which is like the light brown. And this one, it's like a peachy... They just work so well together. Like, you can tell that this was made by someone who knows what they want. Like, Robert is a freaking magician. This is absolutely beautiful and stunning and amazing. And I love it so much. I might make like a whole separate video with this palette because I love it so much. But I gotta say, like, this is a work of art. I'm never gonna stop using this. I love it. It's definitely like my most used palette at the moment. You can tell she's been loved a bit. And I think that is it, my friends. Those are my favorites, my current favorites. A little bit random. I did get very messy, but that is fine. That just happens sometimes. So hopefully I will see you a lot more often now. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you on the next one. Bye!